What it do, YouTube? It's your boy ISO Antonio, and today we're back with another deck profile. Sorry for the super duper long upload. Been dealing with stuff. Been playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Been playing Blue Protocol a lot, so time was busy elsewhere. But I'm gonna try to, stay with the uploading YouTube content. I do be reading all the comments, and I did tell someone in the comments that I was secretly working on a K9 Super Quantum deck, and this is it. This is my third place profile of the deck. I would have gotten first, but that's a long story on how I didn't get first. Let's just say it was a double game loss. So I got knocked down to third place, but technically no one beat me, so this is technically an undefeated deck profile because no one beat me. But either way, I digress. Let's get into the deck profile. All right, so let's start with the Super Quantals. I am on 3 red. He's a level 5, kind of the whole bridge into the K9. We're on 2 whites. White layer is basically kind of standard. This is a little controversial here. I'm on 2 blacks. I might be putting a third black back in. It kind of comes up, but as of right now, we're on 2. We're on two blues. Now, blue layer, I'll let you guys know what changes I'll do at the end, but blue layer, I think I do want to put him at 3 again. We're on 2 Alphen. I think 2 Alphen is correct. We're on 2 Zayton. I think Zayton should be maybe a 3 of, but 2 is also 2 doesn't feel bad because you can search for it. I'm on for the spells. I'm on 3 E-Telly. Now that I think about it, I should be on 2 E-Tellys and 3 blues. All because of layer 19 does the exact same thing to get the blue. So maybe 2 E-Telly is better and 3 blue layer. Because blue layer came up in the grind game. I'm on 2 layer 19. I don't think you need more than 2. 2 is correct. We're on 1 Alphen Alphen Spike. I kept the card was glued to my hand. It's better for it to be in the graveyard, but you have to play a card. We're on 1 field spell, and we're on the Maga Slayer, trap card. This card won me a lot of my games today. This trap card did. If you don't know what it does, you can attach it to any of your Super Quantal Xyz, boost their attack by their level, and then it does piercing damage while it's equipped, so you can attack. And then also in the battle phase, you can unequip the trap card by its own effect, and your monster will lose the boost and piercing damage, but it can attack 2 more times. Also won a game like that. And then for a last spell, we're on 1 for 1. It's like an E-Telly. It gets you to your Zaytons and your Alphens. So I think 1 for 1 is necessary. So that's it for the Super Quantal engine. Kind of big. Like I said, I would cut a E-Telly for a 3rd blue layer. Other than that, that might be the only change I'll actually make to this side of the portion. All right, let's get into the K9. Sorry if you hear the sniffle, some little shit. But we're on 3 Azuna. It's actually a small package. 2 Jokel, because I played 3 level 5s. We're on 1 Lantern, 1 Lupus, 1 case for K9, and 1 X-Force release. I wasn't actually too confident in the X-Force release because it was my first time using the card ever, actually. But it did come up. At one point, it was a kind of a brick in my hand, but I just discarded it off the field spell effect to XZ summon. So just to get the card out of my hand. But it came up a little bit, I guess. This deck does not play Noroi, mainly because I do not own it. Also, I don't think you need it. I mean, if I did run Noroi, I would run him at 1. So I'll just do 3, 2, 1, 1, 1. Noroi's a really good starter for the deck, and honestly, he might be able to like even bridge it better, but I don't own the card, so I think this small engine of K9 is actually pretty good. So that's it for the K9. And then let's get into the non-engine. Very small non-engine count. We're on 3 Ash, 2 Nib, 1 Crossout Designator, and 3 Imperm. That's it. The deck does not struggle going first too much. It struggles mainly going second, and I just kind of want to slow down my opponent a little bit, because once I go first, I mean, it's hard for them to play anyway. And the deck doesn't lose to Fua because mainly you'll let them get all their draws. As long as you start off with like a K9 card to like have a negate for the Nibiru, then you should be always fine. But you can have them draw as many as they want. Then you can just end it on 1 monster if you want. And now they got to put back like 8 cards randomly. And now they got to play through a towers, which my opponent had to suffer through. I had to play through double Charmy, but it was fine. On for the extra deck, we are on the 1 Magnus. We're on 2 Luxurex. It does come up actually. We're on 2 Magnus Mega Liger. Also does come up. We're on 1 Grand Pulse. I'm so glad I kept this card in. It came in clutch today when I got defissured. And that's actually it for the Super Quantos. For the K9 engine, we're on like a small one. We're on 2 Ripper. I did make 2 Ripper today. It actually came up, but I think I might replace one of these Rippers or one card in my extra deck, maybe a Mega Liger or a Ripper, for a Artifact Durandale. Because there's a funny play you can do with this card. You can make Magnus, and now they can't draw, right? So you go Durandale, shuffle all cards back into the deck from their hand, and then each player draws the same amount of cards, but they can't draw under a Great Magnus. So you'll shuffle their cards back, they'll start with 0 cards. But it's a light monster, so it's kind of hard to make with the K9 engine, but you can still make it though. It's still possible. Very evil of a card. We're on the 1 Werewolf. I made him once. Like I said, I wasn't too used to the X-Force release, so I wasn't exactly sure how to use Werewolf, but I did make him once when I made double Ripper, and 1 Ripper had to negate, and then I just turned the other Ripper into a Werewolf. We're on start the level 5s. We're on Vamana. Great monster negate. Also, you can boost it by having an Xyz in your graveyard. Most times you probably will have an Xyz in the graveyard, so that boost comes up, and so does a negate. We're on Sky Blaster. I made him so much today. We're on Typhon. Made him once. Fun fact with Typhon: if you make Typhon off of Lupus while you have Magnaliger, while you have Great Magnus on the field, Magnus will not get his effect. Even though you are unaffected, Sky Crisis affects the player, not the card, so you can't use his effect of anything. I mean, the effect of, shuffling a card back. But other than that, I did in the board one time, both these on field, just to check his stuff, so he has attack over my Typhon. which he had to, so he got rid of it, and then I was able to shuffle something back when he did it. So I really didn't care if he did it or not. We're on one Zeus. We're on one Baguska. Never made it. Never came up. Never. I don't think there's a reason for it because I'm not on green layer, so there's no way for me to actually make this card. Now that I think about it, but this might get replaced for Durandal, or I might run green layer again. Who knows? But yeah, Baguska never came up, never will come up because I don't have a single level 4 deck. And then our one link is SP Loader Knight. So that is it for the extra deck. And now let's get into the side deck. How's the word I put it? There you go. Side deck was kind of everywhere. So we're on 2 Dark Ruler No More, 1 Lightning Storm, 1 Harpy's Fellow Duster, 2 Evenly Matched. These are all for like going second, because like I said, the deck kind of struggles a little bit going second. We're on 2 Retaliating Sea for the Trickle matchup. This card does hurt us a lot because we need our cards to go to the graveyard, but we also are playing the Xyz deck, so I mean you can play around it somewhat with the K9 engine. We're on the 3 Droll, and we're back on, I should say, 3 Lancia, because now Malice thought shit was sweet, so like they've been taking over my locals, so now I put Lancias back in, and I actually won the game today over Malice because I drew Lancia. So I don't think I'm ever cutting this card because I think Malice is still pretty strong nowadays. So also, you know, there's K9 Chris Strong going around as well, so these 6 cards should be really good for that matchup. And then the last card for going first, just try the auto win button. That's there can only be one. The deck has a lot of 1 type attributes and archetypes, so you don't really, you can play around this card really easily. Well, you can play around this card a lot easier than your opponent can, I should say. So kind of auto win button. I did draw this card against Tipple the King's deck, so this wouldn't be the game. But other than that, that is the complete deck profile. Like I said, I finished 3-2. I got 3rd place because I got, you know, a double game loss, so that kind of messed me up. But no one actually beat me. This is saying my matchups: round 1 was Purely, round 2 was DDD, round 3 was Malice, round 4 was Temple of the Kings, round 5 was Yummy Mitsurugi. And I got a double game loss against Purely, and I got a double game loss in the finals against Yummy Mitsurugi. I basically had made Magnus, and he spent 47 minutes trying to out this card. It took him so long to just give up, and I was like, all right. So double game loss there. Like I said, the only change I would actually make is I would take a E-Telly out for a blue layer, and then I'll probably cut Baguska for Durandal. Like I said, the deck runs really well. If you guys want a combo video, just let me know, because there is a way that you can bridge the K9 engine into the Super Quanto engine, and I found it like pretty cool. All you need is just a level 5 Magnet Liger and a white in your hand, and then you can tribute that when they start playing. Like, the combos are kind of like freeform combos, if you ask me. So like I said, if you guys want like a test hands video of the deck, just let me know, and just comment below what you guys want to see next.